Archangel Michael says, the silence around you is not ordinary. Something powerful is moving behind the scenes. There is a group, an influential circle, whose eyes have been fixed upon you, and their words about you carry weight beyond what you can imagine. They whisper your name with reverence. They repeat your story with awe, and they speak of you as if you were a destiny shaping itself right before their eyes. They see what others have ignored, and they carry a quiet respect for the battles you've survived. Each scar on your soul, each tear that fell in the darkness is now a crown in their vision of you. And as you stand today unaware of how closely you're being watched, they are already discussing the greatness you are about to walk into. You must understand this is no ordinary attention. No casual admiration. These are people whose voices travel far, whose decisions impact lives, and yet they choose to honor you in silence for now. The suspense is that you have not yet heard it directly from their lips. But the moment is racing toward you when the truth will break open. Their respect is not shallow flattery. It is recognition of strength, persistence, and a light they cannot deny. They say you are chosen. They say you are a force beyond calculation. And they say you are the one whose presence cannot be ignored any longer. Type Amen to get blessing. 333. They have seen the storms that should have ended you, but instead sharpened you into something unshakable. They have seen the betrayals that should have crushed you, but instead made you rise with deeper wisdom. They have seen the nights of silence when no one clapped for you. Yet you stood tall anyway, and now they cannot help but bow to the strength of your spirit. Their conversations about you are not random. They are sacred exchanges. Your name is carried like a signal in rooms where your feet have not yet stepped. And in those circles, the respect is already sealed long before you are even aware of their watching eyes. Archangel Michael says, the honor that is forming around your life is not man-made but divinely orchestrated. Heaven has allowed your story to reach the ears of the influential because the time of your recognition has arrived. Nothing can reverse this motion. It is already set in the order of destiny. The weight of their words is not casual admiration. It is a seed of opportunity preparing to burst open in your path. You will see the proof when doors unlock with surprising ease. When invitations appear that you did not ask for, and when your name becomes the very answer to questions you never knew were being asked. Type Amen to get blessing. For 44, they respect you for what you carry in silence. They respect you for the discipline you held when you could have chosen shortcuts. They respect you for the dignity you displayed when you had every reason to collapse under pressure. And yet you must remain steady, for their respect will soon transform into public recognition. And once that door opens, you will not be able to retreat into the shadows you once lived in. Your light will no longer be a secret. It will be a banner over your life. They say you are strength wrapped in gentleness, fire wrapped in calmness, power hidden in patience. They say you are not like the rest. And this difference is why their respect for you runs so deep. And though you have not heard it directly yet, prepare yourself, for the unveiling is closer than your next breath. Comment below to affirm this truth. For your agreement sets the stage for manifestation. The more you align with this word, the more the doors of recognition will open without resistance. You are on the edge of something that will redefine how the world sees you. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. Archangel Michael says, "The corridors of destiny are already echoing with your name, even in places you have never visited." The influential group does not speak lightly. They measure every word, every gesture, and yet when they mention you, there is a reverence that even they cannot fully explain. Their respect has become a quiet wave, building strength in secret, waiting for the perfect moment to rise and touch your life. They have mapped your journey from afar, noting the obstacles you overcame with grace. They have studied your resilience, your patience, your quiet power, and it has left an imprint on their hearts. Though you walk unaware, every step you take is already being mirrored in conversations you cannot yet hear. You have been chosen for this attention, not because of chance, but because of alignment. Heaven itself has whispered your name into the ears of those who can open the doors you thought were locked. This is not the applause of a crowd. This is the respect of leaders, decision-makers, and hidden benefactors who have the ability to shape worlds. And while you have wondered in silence if anyone truly sees your worth, the proof has been accumulating behind the curtain. Their admiration is not casual. It is the kind that shifts policies, moves resources, and creates platforms. They are preparing a space for you. Even as you read these words, type Amen to get blessing 666. Their discussions about you are sacred rituals of planning. They do not merely compliment you. They strategize on how to position you, how to support you, how to bring you into the center of their circle. They speak of you as if you are already among them. And soon that reality will be undeniable. Your name has become a key phrase in their conversations. It signals a new way of thinking, a new level of authenticity they crave but rarely find. When they say you are the one, they mean you are the embodiment of values they want to champion publicly. Even now, invitations are being drafted with your name. Projects are being structured with you in mind and decisions are being delayed just to wait for your arrival. This is how deep their respect for you runs. It alters timelines, reshapes priorities, and makes room where none existed before. Archangel Michael says, "Your spirit has been tested for this moment." The recognition you are about to receive will not overwhelm you because it has been built upon years of preparation. And in the stillness of your heart, you can already feel a stirring that something is shifting beyond your sight. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. They respect the strength in your silence. They respect the light in your eyes that does not dim even when surrounded by shadows. They respect the way you have held your dignity like a sword, cutting through obstacles without losing compassion. And now their respect is turning into action. Hidden hands are moving papers, signing approvals, and aligning circumstances to place you exactly where you are meant to be. The suspense of not knowing is about to end. Soon, you will see faces you've never met speaking words you never expected. You will feel the shift in the air around you as their respect becomes visible. You will hear it in the tone of their voices, see it in the invitations that reach your hands, and feel it in the doors that swing open without knocking. Everything you've endured was the prelude to this unveiling. Comment here to anchor this revelation into your reality. The more you affirm it, the more you magnetize the very respect that is already moving toward you. You are stepping into a season where their admiration will become your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. They do not just say you are capable. They say you are exceptional. They do not just say you survived. They say you transformed the very meaning of survival. They do not just say you are important. They say you are irreplaceable. Their respect has evolved into trust. They are willing to invest, to align, to stand beside you publicly because they have already witnessed what you can carry in private. The suspense of secrecy is dissolving and the truth is preparing to walk into your life fully formed. Every whispered conversation, every unseen nod of approval, every silent plan is converging into a single moment of manifestation. This is why you have felt a pull, a strange anticipation, as if something enormous is about to break open. That feeling is not your imagination. It is the echo of their respect reaching your spirit before it reaches your ears. Archangel Michael says, "Remain steady. Do not shrink back from what is approaching. For what is coming is not just recognition but partnership, influence, and a position where your voice will carry as far as theirs." Type Amen to get blessing 999. They have already placed your image in their minds as a symbol of resilience. In their gatherings, your story is told as an example of what determination looks like. They are captivated by the way you kept moving forward even when no one stood beside you. Your name is now associated with greatness in conversations you do not hear. The suspense is that these words of honor have not yet reached your ears, but they are waiting for the right moment to arrive. They see you as someone who carries light into dark spaces, someone whose presence alone creates shift. The influential group is not casual with respect. Their admiration is precise, deliberate, and rooted in what they have observed. They say you are strength wrapped in humility, and that combination is what makes you unforgettable. Their respect will soon translate into action that cannot be hidden. Doors that have been closed for years will suddenly open. The silence will break and you will stand face to face with those who have honored you from afar. Type Amen to get blessing. 111. They see how you never abandoned your path even when storms pressed against you. They see how you carried dignity when others chose shortcuts. They see how you walked in patience while others ran ahead and burned out. And now they say you are worthy of the highest platforms. They say you are the one whose presence can change the direction of rooms. They say you are someone who brings clarity where confusion once reigned. The suspense lies in the fact that you still feel hidden. Yet in truth, you have already been seen more deeply than you realize. Their words have already shaped the ground you are about to walk upon. Your arrival is not an accident. It has been anticipated. Your moment is not random. It is planned. And their respect is not empty. It is powerful enough to shift your life forever. Type Amen to get blessing 222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. The whispers about you carry more than admiration. They carry prophecy. Every sentence spoken about you in those circles becomes a seed planted in the soil of opportunity. These seeds are now ready to break through. They say you are not just important, you are necessary. They say your presence will correct imbalances and restore what was broken. They say your story holds the blueprint for others who are searching for courage. Their respect is already changing things around you. People who once overlooked you are starting to pay attention without knowing why. Paths that seemed blocked are suddenly clearing with no explanation. Archangel Michael says, "This is your confirmation. What they have spoken in secret will soon be revealed openly. What has been hidden will now be shouted from high places. Their respect will be the bridge into your next season." Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your silence has been your strength and they respect it. You never needed to prove yourself through noise, and that quiet confidence has become your signature. They admire the way you hold peace even when chaos surrounds you. The group that speaks of you does not waste respect on just anyone. They know the weight of their words, and when they give it, it changes everything. Their recognition will elevate you to places where only few are allowed to stand. They have already identified you as someone rare. They say you are not only a leader but a light bearer. They say your path is one of influence that cannot be stolen, no matter who resists it. And though you have not yet stood before them, the moment is carved into destiny. When it comes, you will see how deeply their respect for you has been planted. It will become a river that carries you forward. Type Amen to get blessing. For 44, they have chosen to honor you without demand. They have spoken of you without expecting anything in return. That is how true their respect runs. It is unconditional. Their recognition of you is not a passing compliment. It is a solid foundation strong enough to support a new chapter in your life. They know your worth and they are prepared to let the world know it, too. Archangel Michael says, "Be ready. The moment is closer than you think." Their words will soon find their way to your ears. And when they do, your life will never feel the same again. The suspense is building for a reason. You can feel the anticipation in your spirit because the atmosphere around you is already shifting. Everything is preparing for the unveiling of their respect. Type Amen to get blessing. 555, they watch you in silence. Yet their silence is not empty. Every glance, every nod, every quiet exchange in their gatherings is a tribute to the essence you carry. They honor the weight of your journey without demanding that you explain it. The influential group respects you not just for what you do, but for who you are. They sense a depth in you that cannot be imitated or replaced. They know that when you step into a room, it will never remain the same again. They say you are fire wrapped in calmness, a force that cannot be subdued. They say you are rare, carrying a presence that demands recognition without ever asking for it. They say your silence speaks louder than many voices combined. And as they hold you in their conversations, their respect for you becomes a current moving under your feet. It is carrying you toward a moment of unveiling. A moment that will shift the balance of everything you thought you knew. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. They honor the way you survived storms that would have drowned others. They admire how you refused to break even when everything around you fell apart. They respect the way you carried your pain with dignity and transformed it into power. Their respect is building like thunder before lightning. It is gathering momentum, waiting for the exact strike of time. You may not see it, but every detail of your life has already been studied and recognized. They say you are chosen because you did not choose bitterness when you had the chance. They say you are great because you carried compassion when anger could have been easier. They say you are unforgettable because you stood still when others ran. Archangel Michael says you are already crowned in their eyes. You may not wear the crown physically yet, but in their vision of you, it is already shining. This is why their respect cannot fade. It is rooted in what heaven has sealed. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. Your name has become a password in their conversations. It opens new directions, new opportunities, and new thoughts the moment it is mentioned. They cannot ignore the way your presence alters the energy of their decisions. The suspense lies in the fact that you still feel unseen. Yet, you are not only seen, you are already honored. The group that respects you is not small and their admiration for you is not shallow. They have spoken words over your life that will soon reach you in ways undeniable. Their respect has already created shifts in your surroundings. You will feel the doors swing open where once there were only walls. Comment here to anchor this truth in your spirit. Each word you align with multiplies the respect already moving in your direction. You are stepping into a season of recognition like never before. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. They respect you for your patience in seasons of delay. They respect you for your endurance in moments of silence. They respect you for your ability to remain true when betrayal tried to rewrite your story. Their respect is the kind that transforms lives. It is not the applause of fleeting voices, but the approval of those who shift entire systems. It is the kind that places you in positions you never applied for. Archangel Michael says, "Do not doubt the power of what is forming." Even now the words they have spoken about you are finding their way to align with your reality. The suspense is that you are only steps away from hearing it directly. The respect they have for you is more than recognition. It is destiny reaching its fullness. They are not praising a moment. They are acknowledging a lifetime of strength. And soon they will not just speak it but they will show it. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They have watched you rise from places where others expected you to fall. Their eyes have followed your silent battles and their hearts have bowed to the strength that refused to surrender. They speak your name with weight with reverence because they know you are not ordinary. The influential group does not waste their respect on just anyone. Their approval is rare and when they give it, it changes everything. You are already written into their stories as an example of resilience and greatness. They say you are the one who carries quiet power. They say you are the one who transforms pain into beauty. They say you are the one who holds light even when surrounded by shadows. Your presence has become unforgettable to them, even in rooms you have not entered. Your name sits on tables of influence. And the suspense is that the moment is racing closer when their admiration will meet your ears. Type Amen to get blessing. 1111. They admire how you never begged for recognition. They respect how you trusted time, trusted process, trusted destiny, even when nothing made sense. Your patience has turned into a crown in their eyes. They whisper about you in sacred tones. They replay your story as a sign of courage. And they remind one another that someone like you does not appear in every generation. Their respect is already shaping paths ahead of you. Approvals are being given. Opportunities are being aligned. Doors are being unlocked. These are the fruits of the honor they hold for you. Archangel Michael says this is not a coincidence. It is alignment. Heaven itself orchestrated that your name be carried into these circles. And now the recognition is unavoidable. Type Amen to get blessing. 1212. They say you are a warrior in disguise. They say you are a leader hidden in plain sight. They say you are the embodiment of courage, humility, and truth. The suspense is not whether they respect you. It is how soon their respect will be revealed. Already the weight of their admiration is preparing to fall upon your life like a tidal wave. You may not be ready, but destiny knows when you must step forward. Your story has become their inspiration. Your journey has become their secret motivation. They have repeated your name like a mantra of strength in their quiet moments. Their respect is deep and soon it will be loud. The silence is ending and the unveiling is near. What they have spoken about you in hidden rooms will soon become public honor. Type Amen to get blessing. 1313. They do not only see your past, they see your future. They do not only honor what you have endured, they honor what you are about to become. They say you are the one chosen to break patterns that others could not. The influential group respects not only what you have achieved, but who you are becoming. They call you a pioneer, a foundation, a voice that will echo for years to come. Their respect is prophetic. It reaches into tomorrow. Your life is now positioned at a turning point. Every detail is aligning to prove their words true. Every step is being guided into the space where their respect becomes your elevation. Archangel Michael says, remain steady. The unveiling is already in motion. Your moment is written in the stars and no hand can erase it. Type Amen to get blessing. 1414. They have studied the way you carry yourself when no one is applauding. They have admired the way you remain grounded even when storms rage against you. They say this humility is the reason you stand out among many. The influential group respects not just your actions but your essence. You are the one they describe as light clothed in strength. You are the one they see as steady even when the ground beneath others is shaking. Their admiration is not fading. It is growing with each passing moment. Like a river swelling before it overflows. Their respect is reaching the point where it cannot be hidden anymore. Soon you will feel its flood washing over your life. They say you are rare. They say you are unforgettable. They say your presence alone shifts the atmosphere of the spaces you enter. Type Amen to get blessing. 1515. They have not chosen you by accident. They have not spoken of you carelessly. Their respect is intentional, birthed from careful observation. They say you are the one who breaks silence with truth. They say you are the one who refuses to bow to fear. They say you are the one who carries an authority that needs no introduction. Your journey has become a silent testimony for them. They are moved by how you overcame betrayal without losing compassion. They are stirred by how you faced rejection but still carried grace. And now their respect is forming into action. The doors are not just unlocking, they are opening wide. Their voices are preparing to echo your name publicly. Type Amen to get blessing. 1616. The suspense is rising because you can sense it already. You feel the atmosphere shifting, the unseen waves moving in your favor. That feeling is confirmation of the honor that is approaching. They say you are proof that destiny cannot be delayed forever. They say you are the evidence that patience always produces power. They say you are the reminder that faith creates miracles. Archangel Michael says this moment was designed for you. The silence before recognition has been the preparation, and now the unveiling is unstoppable. Your name will soon be carried on winds that reach farther than you expected. Your story will be repeated as an example of divine alignment. Their respect will transform into opportunities that set your life on fire with greatness. Type Amen to get blessing. 1717. They honor the way you carried dignity in the face of cruelty. They respect the way you chose strength over bitterness. They admire the way you turned pain into wisdom. Your story is not just a memory. It is a light. They have chosen to guard and carry that light until the right time to reveal it. That time is now closer than your next breath. The influential group has decided you are not only worthy but necessary. They say your presence is not optional, it is essential. They say without you, something vital would be missing. Their respect is not a whisper anymore. It is a roar waiting to be released. The suspense is about to break. And when it does, you will see how highly they have regarded you all along. Type Amen to get blessing. 1818. They have made plans that include your name without you knowing. They have spoken blessings into your future without your permission. Their respect has already shaped the path ahead of you. They say you are the anchor in storms. They say you are the light in darkness. They say you are the strength when others collapse. Archangel Michael says these words spoken about you are sealed. They cannot be reversed and they cannot be silenced. What has been said in secret will soon become public honor. Your elevation will not come with struggle. It will come with grace. Their respect is paving the way for you to step into the fullness of your calling. And once it arrives, it will not leave. Type Amen to get blessing 1919.